What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia, and this is a total body resistance band workout.
The only equipment required for today's routine is one long resistance band.
And while handles are not required, they are recommended.
You can follow along with me for the standard moves.
And you can follow me for some easier modifications.
If you're ready to go, let's get it started. All right, let's begin with our warm-up.
All right.
Now, there's no band required for the warm-up, just our own body weight. We're gonna start with the step back and reach. So our feet are shoulder width apart. So with one foot, we're gonna step back, and that same side hand, we're gonna reach up and in the opposite direction. Alternating legs, opposite leg now. You'll notice I'm gonna drop my back knee almost all the way down until it's at a 90-degree angle.
And I'm really just doing a step back, not dropping my knee all the way down, and just reaching back.
You decide which one is appropriate for you and your fitness and flexibility level. Now, the purpose of the warm-up today is to get your heart rate up a little bit, as well as improving your mobility and flexibility. We like to choose moves that are gonna hit multiple body parts at the same time, and this one is gonna work your balance as well.
Yep, as you saw there.
So don't worry about being perfect. It's not about being perfect, it's just about putting in the work.
That's why they call it a warm-up.
That's it. Making sure to breathe here. Feeling that big stretch in your hip flexor, quadriceps, as well as through your side, your abdominals, shoulders. Again, hitting multiple body parts on this one. Not counting any reps today. We're just gonna perform as many reps as we can in the allotted time period. Let's hit this one for just 10 more seconds. Making sure to breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, next one on the list is called an iron cross good morning. We're gonna start with our feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in those knees. We're gonna place our arms out to our side with our thumbs up. Now our first move is gonna be breaking our hips back, keeping our back straight, hinging at the hips. Feel that stretch in your backside. Now stand up, squeezing your glutes up at the top. So don't turn this one into a squat, but instead keep that same knee bend angle throughout the whole move. It's really all about that hip hinge. Hips go back, hips come forward, and squeeze those glutes at the top.
Keeping our head in line with our back.
Yep.
Nice neutral spine.
That's it. Thumbs stay up. We're also stretching out those shoulders and that chest at the same time as you come down, keeping those arms straight. Nice big deep breaths here.
Definitely feel a stretch in your hamstring.
Yes.
For you, depending on your range of motion and flexibility, it may not take that much of a bend forward.
That's true. You might not be able to quite get down as far as we are. The key is to keep that back straight. Even if it ends up being like a 45-degree bend forward, that's okay. Do what you can. We're going to emphasize that throughout today's entire routine. Not much left on this one. Let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, one last one. We're gonna get our heart rate up a little bit. We're gonna do a run in place plus punch out. So light little ground contacts, running in place, getting a full extension punch, bringing those hands back to your chin, and full extension, right, left, right, left. Again, making sure to breathe. Moving at a warm-up pace here. There's gonna be plenty of time for work coming up. And if you want to challenge your shoulders a little bit more on this one, feel free to give it a high punch.
Ooh, good idea.
Hot feet. Again, just getting your heart rate up, increasing that overall body temperature. It's the last warm-up move. Mix it up and breathe. And if that run in place is a little too much for you today, you can also do a march in place.
Good.
There you go.
Yep. There you
Claudia
go.
knew what I was going to say.
I did.
That's married life. You kind of get inside of one another's head.
Oh, geez.
Keep it up, keep it up. Not much left. Let's go. Last 10 seconds on this last warm-up move. Let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, shake it loose.
I feel good. I'm
Ready to
ready.
go?
I'm totally ready for this.
Me too. Go ahead and grab that band. We're going to get started and set up with a Seesaw Row. And so this one's going to be a great move for our back. We're going to go ahead and take this band and place it under both feet, making sure to get it in the middle of your feet.
Definitely don't want these snapping back at you, so make sure you get a good grip with your feet.
And while shoes aren't required, it does help to trap the band underneath your shoes if you do wear shoes. Throughout today's routine, depending on the resistance level of your band and the length of your band, for different moves, you may need to choke up on the band a little bit or wrap the band around your feet a couple extra times. Again, really, you're gonna need to make this your own.
That's right.
For your resistance band level. Okay, so starting with those feet shoulder width apart, grabbing the band on either side, we're bending over on a 45-degree angle, back is straight. Now we're gonna do a seesaw row, right, then left, pulling back on that elbow. And if you don't have enough resistance at the bottom on this one, again, that's where you go ahead and choke up, wrap it around your hands one more time until you find that right resistance level.
You'll see us do that probably a few times throughout this routine today.
Yeah, because every move is going to require a little bit different resistance level as well as, depending on your limb length and your height. Keeping your back straight, right then left, pulling back on that elbow. I want you to pretend like you got a string attached to that elbow and somebody's pulling back on it every time. A little bend in your knees, back stays straight. And you'll find this one will even be working your legs a little bit just to maintain this setup and this foundation. Shoulders stay square. We don't want you twisting on this one today. Again, just pulling back from that elbow. Only doing one set of each move today. Just getting in as many reps in as you can here during this allotted time period. Keep breathing, keep moving. Not much left on this first one. Just keep cranking them out here.
Keep that belly button drawn in towards the spine.
That's it. Head stays neutral as well. It means you don't want your head up and you don't want it down either. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent. Okay, we're going to move into a lower body move next. We're going to do a squat. We're going to show you 2 different variations. I'm going to do a back squat variation with, again, my feet shoulder width apart, trapping that band. Then I'm bringing my arms up and behind me.
And I'm actually just going to leave my hands right here by my side.
And so my version is going to create more resistance with my band. Now when we perform a squat, weight goes back in the hips first, then break at the knees, sit down, stand back up.
And that's
That's it right there.
That's the move.
That's it. That's the whole squat. And again, depending on your resistance level needs, it's going to determine what your setup is for this move, as well as the resistance level of your band that you chose today. Keeping your back straight. Again, head stays in a nice neutral position. Weight goes back in your hips first, and then break at those knees.
Yep, head up, chest up on that squat.
Keeping your feet flat. We don't want to come forward onto our toes. And if you feel like you're coming forward onto your toes, you really got to emphasize that first move, weight back in the hips first. Gonna burn those legs out with this one. That's all right. That's how we know it's working, HASfit Tribe. Keep it moving. How many can you get? Don't allow those knees to fold inwards. Keep them out and strong. By keeping those knees out, make sure that we're engaging our glutes. And we're breathing in on the way down, breathing out, exhaling on the way up. One right into the next.
Woo!
Come on, let's go. And as it gets hard today, as this level of difficulty increases, you gotta remind yourself what brought you here today to begin with. Staying focused on it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ooh, good one.
Excellent. Okay, gonna give your legs a break. We're going to a pretty strict upper body move next. Next, we're gonna do a ventral race. So for my length of band, I'm gonna need to have my feet pretty close together for this one. Grabbing my band with my palms facing backwards. I'm gonna bring my arms straight up overhead. Slow and controlled, all the way up, all the way down. This one's gonna work my anterior delts, my shoulders, as well as my back, even a little bit of core and abs to control this movement. Let's scoot back just a little bit. There we go. And making sure to breathe throughout. This one doesn't look like much, but depending on your band resistance level, it'll kick your butt fast. And again, if you need to make it a little bit easier, you can just use one leg.
Yeah.
And it'll make it just a little bit easier on your resistance level.
Say just adjust your feet as you need.
Yep. It's really the key to getting through this is learning how to manipulate that band's resistance level. Again, controlling your breathing. Breathing in on the way down and out on the way up. One into the next. Full range of motion. We don't have much left on this one. Let's go last 10 seconds. Whew. Here comes my sweat. It's working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Goodness.
Excellent. All right, let's transition into a move for our triceps next. We're gonna go ahead and trap that band behind our back foot. We're gonna be in a staggered stance. So with that back foot flat, trapping that band. Now let's take that band, put it behind us with our elbows up high in the air. We're gonna focus on only moving and bending at the elbows as we isolate our triceps straight up and straight down. So we're not trying to get our body weight or momentum involved in this, but instead just focus on bending at the elbow, which is gonna isolate that back of our arms and our triceps. Squeeze them up at the top and extending those arms all the way straight up.
Oh yeah, this one feels good.
Again, making sure to breathe, and this one's probably gonna start to burn. You gotta remember, you gotta fight past that burn. That burn starts to get tough and starts to kick in. You have to be tougher. Trying our best to keep our elbows in, don't let them flare out too much. One repetition right into the next. Whew. And don't worry, we're gonna work our legs on the next move because that upper body will break. One into the next here. Nice and controlled on the way up and the way down. Let's do this one for just 10 more seconds. Let's go, HASfit Tribe. Finish strong, finish strong. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ooh, burns so good.
Oh, goodness.
All right, we're moving into a kickstand deadlift, or it's like a one-leg deadlift. So we're gonna take that front foot and put that band under our front foot. And for this one, you're probably either gonna wanna double up and choke up on that band, or wrap it around your foot an extra time. You decide which one you feel more comfortable with.
Yeah, that one might save your hands a little more.
I might end up having to do both. So we're gonna go ahead and take that back leg and bring it about 1 foot length back on the ball of your foot. About 90% of your body weight should be on that front leg. Slight bend in that front leg as we drive the hips back. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. And then stand up, squeeze your glutes at the top. So again, don't turn this one into a squat where you're bending at the knee, but instead start with the bend in your knee and keep that same bend as you use your hips as a hinge, bringing them back and then forward. Feeling that stretch in your hamstring down at the bottom, and then squeeze those glutes up at the top. If you need to make this one easier, then go ahead and choke up less on that band. If you need to make it harder, then wrap it around your foot a couple extra times, or choke up on that band.
Or both.
Or both, combination of the two. Or just get a stronger band. Maybe you've outgrown your band. Again, make this workout work for you.
Maybe you have a better selection than we do.
That's it. We probably need to invest in a few new ones. Keep that back straight. Head stays in line with your spine. You're going to do equal reps on each side here. Finish this side strong here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Same setup. Let's just go ahead and give you a second here to switch sides. Again, try to emulate the same setup you had on the other side.
Same resistance, right?
Right, so we keep the same resistance. Opposite foot back, and let's get right into it. Trying to eliminate that down time today. 1 repetition, right into the next, keeping our heart rates up, burning plenty of calories along the way here. Again, those hips go back, And then those hips come forward. Squeeze your glutes up at the top. This one's working your hamstrings, your glutes, as well as your lower back. Keep that lower back straight. You don't want to compromise it and round it once you hit the bottom. So this is working your lower back in a good way. Same way that we work our abs, we also need to focus on strengthening that lower back. It'll make us stronger in all of our lifts, as well as helping us to avoid any injuries just in our day-to-day lives. Stay in balance the best we can. Also working your stability and balance on this one. Call that a little extra credit. And again, we're remembering to squeeze those glutes up at the top. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Stretching those glutes back. Using those hips as a hinge. You got it. Keep it up here. Fighting through that burn. Remembering what brought you here today to begin with. Whether you're trying to lose weight, get stronger, gain some lean muscle, or just be better at life, whatever it is, stay focused on it throughout today's routine. It'll help you get through this routine without wanting to hit that pause button. Let's finish this one strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent. All right, we're moving on to our upper body. We're gonna hit our middle of our back, our rhomboids, scapulas on this one. We're gonna do a band pull apart. So grabbing that band, maybe 8 to 12 inches apart. And now we're gonna, with a slight bend in our elbows, we're gonna pull that band apart, squeezing the middle of our back, and return. I want you to keep that same bend in your elbows throughout. So we're not extending and straightening our arms right here and getting our triceps involved. But instead, we're keeping that same bend throughout in our elbows. Arms stay parallel to the ground. I don't want you to pretend like Claudia or I just walked up behind you and put our finger right in the middle of your back. Now I want you to squeeze that finger right in the middle of your back. Every repetition, giving it a good squeeze. This was a great one to strengthen your rotator cuffs, improve your posture, just strengthen your back as a whole.
This used to be my least favorite exercise, but after doing these for a while, this is actually now one of my favorite moves.
Well, when something's a weakness of yours,
definitely,
it's often something that you want to try to avoid, but really it's the opposite. That means it's something we need to work on until it becomes one of our strengths. So don't feel discouraged if this one isn't easy. If you need to widen your hands a little bit to make it a little easier.
Best thing about resistance band is that you can adjust it in a flash.
That's it, right? Just by adjusting
your position.
And your setup. Nice and controlled, Woo! Especially on the way back. Don't just allow that band to flop back.
Nice and controlled.
Not much left. We're burning on this one too.
My back is burning.
On fire for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Okay, feeling good. All right, we're gonna move to the floor for the next one. We're gonna do a banded push-up. So we're gonna set up with that band behind our backs. And I like to set it up underneath my arms as well. So moving to the floor, I'm gonna trap the band between the ground and my hand. So it comes over my thumb here, and I'm setting up here. So depending on the strength of your push-ups, you may wanna be on your feet, or maybe like Claudia is, you wanna be on your knees. Coming down until those elbows are at a 90-degree angle and returning back up. Now, again, depending on your strength, you might just want to lose the band altogether and maybe perform this one without the band. You decide what's best for you and your current strength levels. We're breathing in on the way down, exhaling on the way up. This one's working our chest, our triceps, our shoulders, all working on this one. And while we're trying our best to just keep moving, if you need to take a second, feel free to do so. This is a tough combination here back to back.
Definitely. I was gonna say, after I just burned out my back.
That's it.
Again, you're not alone.
That's it. We're here fighting with you, HASfit tribe. None of us are perfect. We're just all working to get better. One repetition at a time. Focus on that breathing. Breathing in on the way down and out on the way up. Back stays straight, abs are tight, head's in line with your spine. Grind this one out. Not much longer. Let's just do 10 more seconds. We're almost there. Fight through it, everybody. Fighting through it. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent. And let's come back up onto our feet for the next one. Transitioning into a move for our lower body as well as our core. We're going to take that band and we're going to place it under our front lead left foot. And I'm actually going to go ahead and double up on this one. You can choose if that's right for you or not. We're going to do either a reverse lunge plus twist or a split squat plus twist. Hands are up in rack position. I'm going to step back, drop my back knee until both knees are at 90, and I'm going to twist into that lead leg and bring that back foot back up.
And I'm doing the split squat where I just drop my knee, come right back up, and then return to the split squat position.
You decide which one is more appropriate for you. Reverse lunge variation requires a little more balance. The split squat version is a little bit easier, but really neither one is
not
easy.
Much.
No, not by much. They are both tough. Keep those arms up in that rack position. I was also going to make sure that you're working those shoulders and biceps at the same time.
Ooh, and your core, my goodness.
Very efficient move. Getting a lot of work in here in a short period of time. We're breathing, trying our best not to bring that back knee until we're actually hitting the ground. Don't bounce that back knee off the ground, but instead come up right before it hits. Abs stay tight. We're going to switch sides here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, same setup, just with that opposite right leg in front. Couple deep breaths here.
Gives you an opportunity to catch your breath.
Right? Not much time.
Okay.
And then we are right back into it. Again, as this workout progresses and gets tougher, it's up to you to remember what brought you here today to begin with. Use that as your motivator and your reminder to just keep moving forward. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. Day after day, rep after rep, putting in that work to get to your goals. If it were easy, everybody be fit, everybody be in great shape, but they're not. That's what makes you so special for showing up today and putting in that work. Keep it up, everybody. Come on. Not much left on this one. Fighting through to the end with us here. Last 10 seconds. Make it count. Make it count. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, goodness. All right, we're moving into an overhead band pull apart next. So it's going to work our back as well as our shoulders. Feet are shoulder width apart. Let's go ahead and grab that band about 8 to 12 inches apart. Flip that band up and overhead. So first move is going to be to pull that band apart until our hands are just outside of our shoulders. Now we're going to pull those elbows straight down and bring them back up. Notice this entire time we're keeping that tension on the band being pulled apart. So we don't come down and bring the band back together, but instead we're constantly pulling the band apart as we pull down on the elbows. We're going to bring that band down until it comes to about the crown of our head, and then extend those arms straight up overhead.
Keeping that tension throughout the entire movement.
And at the top, trying to keep that band, or our hands, about in line with our elbows. We don't want our hands to get too wide at the top. We're pulling apart, but we don't want to pull apart too much where we have a really wide base up at the top.
If you're feeling a little shaky, join the club.
Right?
I'm like
core tight.
trying to not to shake so much.
Ooh, that's all right. That's how we know it's working, Claudia. We're shaking with you, pulling down on those elbows. This one's working your back, your lats, rhomboids, all the muscles associated with your scapula and rotator cuffs. It's all working on this one. Come on, let's go. Not much left. Nice and controlled on the way up and on the way down. Making sure to breathe through it now. Let's go. Last 10 seconds. Fight through the end of this set. What brought you here today, HASfit Tribe? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. We're moving into a compound move next. We're going to do a curl plus an Arnold press. So we go ahead and step on that band, either both feet or one foot. Just because of my resistance level of my band, I think I'm going to use just one. So those hands starting by our sides, we're going to curl first with those palms up. Then we're going to press and twist and rotate the hands straight up, reverse direction, twisting the hands back in, and curling down. So it's a 4-part move. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we're controlling all 4 parts. We don't want to just let momentum take over on this one, but nice and controlled.
And on the curl, not let your elbows flare out.
That's it. Keeping those wrists in line with your forearms. We don't want little lazy spaghetti wrists. Keep them nice and tight and straight. And we are breathing throughout. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's hitting your forearms, your biceps, your shoulders, even a little bit of chest and back on this one. A great compound move. And again, depending on your resistance level of the band, you might need to choke up, or you might need to make it a little bit easier. And you can even drop to your knees and do this one with your knees on the band if you need to. Again, we encourage you just to make this routine your own. Whatever you do, just keep pushing forward here. Don't hit that pause button. We're right there burning with you, HASfit Tribe. Rep by rep. We're all getting better, all getting a little bit closer to our goals. Not much left on this one. Keep fighting. Let's go. You're a fighter, not a quitter. Let's see it right here. Exceeding your own expectations for this workout. Coming back, repeating it, getting a little bit better every time. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Whew, give those shoulders a break here.
Good one. Goodness.
We're going to move into a cool down next. And the purpose of the cool down is to allow our heart rates to come down slowly and at the same time gain a little bit of extra mobility along the way.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, just cleaning up the shot. All right, we're going to do a posterior shoulder stretch next. Let's go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead and start with, say, your left arm. Take it, reach it across your body, and feel that stretch in your shoulders as well as your chest. It's just a static stretch. And on any of our static stretches, we're going to try to take it to about 85-90% of what you're capable of. We want to feel a good stretch, but we don't want to feel any pain. Good posture.
And your shoulders got a good one today, so it's definitely going to feel good.
Yes. And you stretch this one to where it feels good, which might just be right here. So don't feel discouraged if you don't have quite the flexibility we do. Nice, big, deep breaths on this one. And let's switch sides in 3, 2, 1, 0. Shake it loose. Move into that opposite side next. Again, good posture, full stretch. And you might find that one side's a little tighter than the other. Again, don't be alarmed if that's the case. Just concentrate on nice, big, deep breaths and allowing that heart rate to come down nice and slowly here. Taking a second to be proud of what you've achieved so far today. Excellent. I'm just going to hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let's go ahead and hit that chest next with a chest opener. We're going to take our fingers and we're going to interlace or interlock them behind our backs. And then we're going to pull apart, pulling back on our shoulders, pushing our chest forward, pulling those hands back. For a little added stretch, you can come and bend over and bring them up overhead and continue to pull them back. You decide if you want to stay upright or if you feel comfortable with the extra stretch and bending over. Again, just as we've been doing all day, we encourage you to make this work for you and not the other way around. Whew, my chest is feeling it today too.
Yep.
Nice big stretch here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you were down, come up slowly. I want you passing out on us. All right, we're going to move into a standing quad stretch next. You can do this one with a wall or a chair or a countertop for support, or you can just do this one on your own. You decide what's right for you. Pull back on that foot. If you're just using your own body to support you, we recommend go ahead and put up that opposite side arm. Helps a little bit for stability. Pulling that foot back to your glute. We want to try to keep that knee in nice and tight to your body and not bring it out to the side. If you do bring it out to the side, it tends to take the concentration away from your quadricep. Again, big deep breaths here as we stretch that quad, that thigh muscle in the front of your leg. Let's finish this one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, opposite side now. Again, if you need to grab something, no shame in doing so.
No shame in my game.
Especially after that workout. My balance isn't exactly what it was at the beginning.
That's right. There was a lot of core engagement and stability involved with those bands. So,
and if you do want to do it without something to stabilize you, it helps if you keep your eyes focused on something. You're not looking all over.
And I'm just lightly touching the wall, to be honest with you. I'm not putting all my weight on it. I'm just using it as a little guide.
That's it. It doesn't take much just to keep you upright. Again, nice big deep breaths here. Pulling back on that foot. Ideally trying to get that heel back to your glutes. Nice and controlled breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and relax. All right, we got one last one. Let's finish up with a little posterior chain move. Feet are together. Let's go ahead and start with the toe touch, bending over, trying our best to reach all the way down. For you, it might end up being a shin touch or a knee touch, but trying to bend as far down as we can. Go ahead and allow that back to round on this one. And then we're slowly going to come up with our arms up overhead. And we reach the top, pull down on those elbows, forming a scarecrow, stretching that back out. And then transition right back into the toe touch. All the way down, loosen up that vertebrae. Coming back up, slow and under control.
Our back got a lot of work today.
And sure did. It's important that we also concentrate on this recovery. Not just about the work, but we gotta make sure we get that mobility and flexibility work in as well, so we can come back and live to fight another day. And every time you reach down, you'll hopefully find that you're able to get a little bit further down as you start to stretch and loosen up. And last big stretch all the way down. Feel that vertebrae loosening up. And let's stand up, bringing those hips forward, arms overhead. Big deep breath, pulling down on those elbows. And that is it. You made it.
Excellent workout today, team.
Another one in the books. Thank you for working out with us today. We'd ask that you please support our mission of keeping these great workouts free by going and downloading our free app. It's available for both iOS and Android. Or you can stop by our store, pick up some HASfit gear, a HASfit shirt, or my book, Stay Fit for Life.
If you enjoyed this routine today, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss another brand new workout from HASfit.
Again, thank you so much for working out with us today. It's been our privilege. I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you again at your next workout.